What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to CJP UFC Bets. Make sure to like our video, share our video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Hit the notification bell, especially if you like free bets, free picks, and full card breakdowns and predictions for all UFC fight nights and UFC pay-per-views. Tonight on this video, we are breaking down UFC Fight Night 65, Derrick Lewis versus Sergey Spivak, going down from Las Vegas at the UFC Apex on Saturday, November 19th. It's going to be another great card, ladies and gentlemen. But let's recap a very, very great card that happened last night from Madison Square Garden in New York City. UFC 281, Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I had a very great night. I went 10-4 on my picks, 5-3 on my bets. My typology record is currently 119 wins with 61 losses. I will post screenshots at the end of this video of all of my wins and all of my losses with my bets that I won and lost at the end of this video. But let's recap just a little bit for UFC 281. The bets that I won. I had a parlay bet with Weili Zhang and fight doesn't go the distance. Adesanya Pereira fight. I had that at plus 175. I placed $10 with a payout of $27.50. Then I had a fight doesn't go the distance parlay bet with Oberg Nikolai Ogamoranu, Reyes Span, Poirier Chandler with odds of plus 198. I placed $3.50 with a payout of $8.40. And then my final parlay bet, I had Carlos Ulberg money line with fight doesn't go the distance, Otman Azaitar Matt Frevola fight at plus 145. I placed $6.50 with a payout of $15.93. And these next two bets, and I told you guys he was going to hit. I told you guys he was going to do it again in my last breakdown, in my last video for UFC 281. I placed two bets on this guy. I had Alex Pereira, straight up money line bet at plus 140. I placed $7 to pay out $16.80. And then I had Alex Pereira wins inside the distance. I placed $7 to win a payout of $21.70. My total winnings were $90.33 from all of my winning bets. The bets that I lost were, my parlay bets were Weili Zhang by TKO, KO, or DQ with Dustin Poirier by TKO, KO, or decision. Unfortunately, I lost that bet and I placed $7 on that bet. For the second bet that I lost was Weili Zhang by TKO, KO, or decision with Brad Riddell. I lost $8.50 on that bet. And then my dog of the card did not hit for me. I lost with Otman Azaitar against Matt Frevola, $10 down the drain on that bet. Total losses were $25.50. Overall winnings of $64.83, which was a solid night for me. I usually bet from $2 to $15, depending on how confident I feel on that bet. And if I feel really confident, I'll bet even more, $15, $25, $30. But that's a rare occasion. But I did have a very solid night. Tonight, we are breaking down UFC Fight Night Vegas 65, Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak, November 19th, from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. Now let's go down for the first fight on the card. And the first fight is on the prelims for the women's flyweight division. We have Natália Silva versus Tereza Bledá. Natália Silva. She has a brawling type style with decent striking and sneaky KO power. She loves to pressure forward and never stops moving. She has decent takedowns and solid top control with good cardio. She also can definitely push the pace with decent amount of volume. For Tereza Bledá, she has pretty good grappling with decent striking. She has very good ground game with a nice ground and pound and sneaky submissions. She also had good wrestling and decent cardio. Not to mention, she has nice takedowns with a solid ground game. My pick for this fight, very close fight, no bets whatsoever. I'm picking Natália Silva by submission. Let's move on up to the next fight on the card. Is in the men's bantamweight division. We have Fernie Garcia versus Brady Hiestand. Fernie Garcia, he's 10-2, 30 years old, 5'7", with a 67-inch reach. Then we have Brady Hiestand, 5'2", 23 years old, 5'8", with a 71-inch reach. For Fernie Garcia, he's a well-rounded fighter with decent technical striking and good wrestling. He loves to pressure forward and is a good counter striker as well. He has pretty decent grappling and good takedowns with decent cardio. He also has some decent footwork and can move pretty fast in the octagon. For Brady Hiestand, he's got solid striking with a decent amount of KO power. He has very good pressure and very good wrestling. He also has decent takedowns with a solid gas tank. He has a decent chin and can push the pace in the fights with a sneaky ground game and sneaky submissions as well. My pick for this fight, and I do have a bet on this fight that I will reveal at the end of this video. My pick is Brady Hiestand by decision. Let's move on up to the next fight on the card. And it's in the women's strawweight division. We have Maria Oliveira versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Maria Oliveira, she's 13-5, 25 years old, 5'6", with a 69-inch reach. Then we have Vanessa Demopoulos, 8-4, 34 years old, 5'2", with a 62-inch reach. For Maria Oliveira, she has good striking with solid leg kicks and punches to the body. She also has a solid amount of KO power with decent volume and pressure on the feet. She can get sloppy at times and can be hittable for my liking. She doesn't have very much head movement, and I don't know. This is going to be a close fight. For Vanessa Demopoulos, she's a very solid striker who likes to stand in the pocket and trade shots. She has a decent amount of volume with solid footwork. She also has decent grappling with sneaky submissions and a good ground game. Not to mention, she has decent cardio as well. This should be a close fight. No bets whatsoever. I'm picking Maria Oliveira by decision. And I just realized I did not do the tell of the tape for the first fight, which is okay. We'll just move on to the next fight on the card, which is in the men's bantamweight division. We have Ricky Turcios versus Kevin Natividad. We have Ricky Turcios. He's 11-3, 29 years old, 5'9", with a 72-inch reach. Then we have Kevin Natividad. He's 9-3, 29 years old, 5'6", with a 70-inch reach. For Ricky Turcios, he loves to pressure forward with a good variety of strikes and a good amount of volume. He's got a good amount of volume on the feet, decent footwork with good elbows, good knees, good leg kicks, and he has a very good head movement as well. He's a relentless fighter and never stops moving. For Natividad, he's got pretty good striking with a strong base and nice head kicks and leg kicks. He does have KO power in his hands as well, decent footwork, and an okay ground game. This should be a fun fight. I do have a bet on this fight, ladies and gentlemen. And I am picking Ricky Turcios by decision, possibly even a knockout. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, subscribe to our channel, CJP UFC Bets. Like our video, share our videos, and subscribe, because we're giving away a $250 Visa gift card or Amazon gift card to one lucky winner. One lucky subscriber will win that gift card. It could be you. Just look back at our last video for our giveaway announcement. There's a couple rules and a couple steps that you have to follow. So you make sure you follow those rules. Make sure you follow those steps. Let's move on to the next fight on the card. And we're still on the prelims. And it's in the men's bantamweight division. We have Miles Johns versus Vince Morales. Miles Johns, he's 12-2, 28 years old, 5'7", with a 68-inch reach. Then we have Vince Morales, 11-6, 32 years old, 5'7", with a 68-inch reach. For, sorry. 1 second, my thing just froze. Okay, for Miles Johns, he's got very strong grappling with heavy hands. He has very fast feet and decent striking to go along with it. He's got pretty good wrestling with solid takedowns and a decent cardio as well. For Vince Morales, he's got decent striking with okay boxing. He does have decent pressure on the feet with a good amount of volume. He always moving with solid KO power of his own and a decent chin with decent cardio. This should be another fun fight, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a bet on this fight, I believe. I have to check back. But I'm going with Miles Johns by decision. Let's move on up to the next fight on the card. And we're still on the prelims, ladies and gentlemen. And it's in the women's flyweight division. We have Jennifer Maia versus Maryna Moroz. For Jennifer Maia, she's 19-9, 34 years old, 5'4", with a 64-inch reach. Then we have Maryna Moroz. She's 11-3, 31 years old, 5'7", with a 67-inch reach. For Jennifer Maia, she has pretty solid BJJ skills with decent boxing. She also has decent striking with sneaky submissions and a solid ground game. She can grind her opponents out, and she's got the experience factor in this fight. But we'll see if that plays out here for this fight. For Maryna Moroz, she has solid striking with pretty good amount of volume on the feet. She does mixes her strikes pretty well, and she has decent footwork. She also has sneaky takedowns with decent cardio. A very tough and durable fighter with a decent chin. My pick for this fight, very close fight, no bets whatsoever. I'm going with Maryna Moroz by decision. Alright, let's move on up to the next fight on the card. And it's the featured prelim for UFC Fight Night Vegas 65, Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. And the featured prelim is in the men's flyweight division. We have Zhalgas Zhumagulov versus Charles Johnson. Zhalgas Zhumagulov, he's 14-7, 34 years old, 5'4", with a 66-inch reach. Then we have Charles Johnson. He's 11-3, 31 years old, 5'9", with a 70-inch reach. I love this fight, and I cannot wait to watch it. I might have a bet on it later down the road, but as of now, I have no bets. Alright, for the breakdown. Zhumagulov, he's got good wrestling, good striking with KO power in his hands. He throws big bombs to set up his takedowns, which are decent, but he comes with a very low takedown accuracy. He also has solid cardio with a decent amount of volume. He loves to chain wrestle and has decent top control. He has sneaky submissions and can grind you out for a decision. For Charles Johnson, he's a former LFA champion, and he had an impressive debut against Makayev, even though he lost. But he had Makayev in trouble a couple times in that fight. Believe it or not, go back and watch that fight. With that being said, he does have good striking and good submissions. He also has a good submission defense and a good get-up game. He throws good combos and mixes his strikes up pretty well throughout the fight. He has very solid inside and outside leg kicks, and just a very tough and gritty fighter with a decent chin. I'm going with Charles Johnson by decision. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and tell everyone you know about CJP UFC Bets. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the main card. The first fight on the main card, featured in the men's welterweight division, we have Jack Della Maddalena versus Danny Roberts. Jack Della Maddalena, he's 12-2, 26 years old, 5'11", with a 73-inch reach. For Danny Roberts, he's 18-6, 35 years old, 6'1", with a 74-inch reach. For Jack Della Maddalena, he has pretty decent striking with really nice jabs. He loves to pressure forward at his opponents with sneaky KO power in his hands. He's got solid takedown defense and has an okay takedown accuracy. He does get his takedowns if he tries. He does need work in that department. But with that being said, he has a good gas tank with a solid chin. For Danny Roberts, he's got very good boxing and solid footwork. He also throws everything with intent and it has solid amount of KO power. He doesn't have very much to offer on the ground or in the wrestling department, but he is very tough, very durable, and always goes for the kill. A kill or to be killed type of fighter. I do have a bet on this fight. And my pick for this fight, I have Della Maddalena by decision or possibly even a knockout. The next fight on the card is featured in the men's middleweight division. We have Cody Brundage versus Rodolfo Vieira. Cody Brundage, he's 8-2, 28 years old, 6'0", with a 72-inch reach. Rodolfo Vieira, he's 8-2, 33 years old, 6'0", with a 73-inch reach. This should be a fun fight. For Cody Brundage, he has pretty good wrestling with decent takedowns. He has decent striking with heavy punches and sneaky KO power. He also has decent submissions and loves to pressure forward. He has a decent gas tank and can be hittable at times, which can be problematic for him in this fight. For Rodolfo Vieira, he's a very big and strong guy for this division. He has very good jiu-jitsu skills, and he also has pretty good grappling with decent submissions. He also has good takedowns, decent amount of power in his hands, but his only downfall is he has a suspect gas tank with a suspect chin as well. So we'll see what happens there. This should be a close fight. I have no bets on this fight as of now, but I'm going with Rodolfo Vieira by decision. Let's move on up to the next fight on the card, and is in the men's welterweight division. We have Muslim Salikhov versus Andre Fialho. Muslim Salikhov, he's 18-3, 38 years old, 5'11", with a 69.5-inch reach. For Andre Fialho, he's 16-5, 28 years old, 6'0", with a 74-inch reach, which I love in this fight. For Muslim Salikhov, he's got a pretty solid striking and good wrestling skills. He does have good takedowns with a good amount of KO power in his hands. He has very nice kicks and spinning attacks as well. Also, he has a decent gas tank with a very solid takedown defense. For Fialho, he has good striking and very solid jabs. He's got very nice inside and outside leg kicks with pretty decent takedowns to go along with it. He also has solid KO power in his hands and mixes his strikes up pretty well throughout the fight with a decent chin. I do have a bet on this fight. I'm going with Andre Fialho by knockout, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Bet on it. The next fight on the card is in the men's heavyweight division. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a greasy fight. And, I have no bets on this fight whatsoever. It's Chase Sherman versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. For Chase Sherman, he's 16-10, 33 years old, 6'4", with a 78-inch reach. For Waldo Cortes-Acosta, he's undefeated. He's 8-0. 31 years old, 6'4", with a 78-inch reach. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that I said before on this show that I believed Waldo Cortes-Acosta was a future world champion. And I was dumb as hell for saying that, because I'm taking that statement back right here, right now. Waldo Cortes-Acosta is green as goose poop. Let me tell ya, the dude needs a lot of work. He's already 31 years old, so I don't see him becoming a world champion anytime soon. Anyway, for Chase Sherman, he's got solid boxing and good footwork with decent speed. He loves to pressure forward with pretty good volume and just never stops coming forward at his opponents. He also has decent takedown defense with a solid chin. For Cortes-Acosta, he's got a pretty fast turnaround here. He just fought about 3 weeks ago in another greasy fight with Jared Vanderaa. But with that being said, he does have pretty solid boxing with decent technical striking. He also has very heavy hands with a decent amount of KO power. He has very nice jabs and pressures forward himself with a decent pace and volume. This should be a greasy fight. This can go either way. But I'm going with Waldo Cortes-Acosta either by decision or a knockout. The next fight on the card, ladies and gentlemen, is in the co-main event of the evening for UFC Fight Night 65 in Las Vegas. Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. The co-main event is featured in the men's light heavyweight division. We have Ion Cutelaba versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Ion Cutelaba, he's 16-8, 28 years old, 6'1", with a 75-inch reach. For Kennedy Nzechukwu, he's 10-3, 30 years old, 6'5", with a 83-inch reach. And ladies and gentlemen, that should play a factor in this fight. For Ion Cutelaba, he does have decent wrestling with solid takedowns. He has good grappling with a good amount of KO power in his hands. He's definitely a kill or to be killed type of fighter and always chasing the stoppage, always going for the kill with a decent ground game. He's just very chinny with a suspect gas tank, so watch out for that. For Kennedy Nzechukwu, he's a very long and rangy fighter with a good striking ability and a decent amount of KO power. He has a pretty good takedown defense, but he can have very low volume. He's kind of slow, kind of gun shy. I don't know why, man. If he would let loose and start throwing more volume, then I can see this guy being a problem in this division. He also has a ton of heart, a decent chin, and just a lot of toughness. I am going with Kennedy Nzechukwu by knockout in this fight. I might even bet that. I'm going to wait for that prop to come out, definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the main event, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, share us, like us, make sure to join our contest, and tell everyone you know about CJP UFC Bets. The next fight on the card, ladies and gentlemen, is in the main event of the evening for UFC Fight Night 65 in Las Vegas. The main event in the heavyweight division, we have Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. Derek Lewis, he's 26-10, 37 years old, 6'3", with a 79-inch reach. For Sergey Spivak, he's 15-3, 27 years old, 6'3", with a 68-inch reach. This should be a banger for however long it lasts. For Derek Lewis, he's got a very good amount of KO power in his hands. He's basically a one-hitter quitter type of power. This dude, if he connects to anyone's chin, he can turn your lights out. He also has a decent brawling type style and likes to wait at the right moment to pick his shots. He throws big bombs at his opponents. He has an okay chin, okay to decent chin. We've seen him get knocked out in his fights before. But he has very low volume and can be slow as well. For Sergey Spivak, he has a pretty decent grappling with good wrestling. He has decent takedowns with solid ground and pound. He does have pretty good volume on the feet and could push the pace with decent jabs. Not to mention, he does have sneaky submissions and a solid amount of cardio. I do have a bet on this fight, which I will reveal at the end of this video. I have Sergey Spivak by knockout. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to join us for our dog of the card and our lock of the card at the end of this video, coming up with our bets right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is CJP UFC Bets, here to reveal our dog of the card for UFC Fight Night Vegas 65, Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak, going down on Saturday, November 19th. My dog of the card is Andre Fialho, and I got him at plus 110. I placed $5 for a potential winnings of $10.50. So there you go, folks. My dog of the card for UFC Fight Night 65 Vegas, Lewis versus Spivak, is Andre Fialho at plus 110. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is CJP UFC Bets. Make sure to subscribe to our video, share this video, like us, spread the word about CJP UFC Bets. And here to reveal our lock of the card and our bets for UFC Fight Night Vegas 65, Lewis versus Spivak. My lock of the card is Della Maddalena, and I got him at minus 500. I know that's a ridiculous number, but I truly don't care. Juice it up. As I always say, juice that up. I do have him in a two-team parlay with Brady Hiestand at minus 150. That parlay is plus 100. I placed $5.50 for a potential winnings of $11. And then I have another bet, two-team parlay, Ricky Turcios at minus 155 with Sergey Spivak at minus 175. The odds are plus 159 for that parlay. I placed $8 for a potential winnings of $20.72. And then my third bet so far for this card is Andre Fialho, my dog of the card, at plus 110. I place $5 for a potential winnings of $10.50. Our next prediction and breakdown video, ladies and gentlemen, will be dropping on November 20th. Sunday, November 20th for UFC Fight Night Orlando. Thompson versus Holland. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you want to call yourselves. It's going to be Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland at UFC Fight Night in Orlando on Saturday, December 3rd. That breakdown and prediction video will drop on Sunday, November 20th. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to join our contest for our $250 Visa gift card or Amazon gift card giveaway. Just follow the steps, just follow the rules, and you're in for a chance at $250 Visa gift card or Amazon gift card giveaway. Don't forget to like us, don't forget to share us, subscribe to CJP UFC Bets, turn on your notifications, and we thank you so much for all of your support. We truly appreciate it, and we hope you have a great night right here on CJP UFC Bets.